when they say like multi-year deal, that sometimes they're just like, oh, that's not that just means 1+1. I think Lyco did a bit. I think it was in 2011. He was talking to Murph and saying, "Oh, what kind of deal do you have?" And Murph's like, "Oh, I have a multi-year deal." And Lyco's like, "Yeah, that means this year and then an option for next year." And just like, what is the point of having? It just means first option, right? Like the team has to say, we don't want you. And then from that point onwards, then you're free to negotiate with other teams. They just want like that first choice. Like Lee Holdsworth, after like when he left Walkinshaw after they won Bathurst to go back to full time, they offered that they said, we'll let you go so long as we have first option when you retire as a co-driver. Like we want first choice. And so Lee retired at the end of 22, went back to co-driving, went back to Walkinshaw. And so then they wrapped that up because apparently last year he just didn't quite feel comfortable with their car last year, which is an interesting one. Could have gone back to back at Bathurst. He could have, but we just saw that race. I'm not sure they had the speed to do it. It was like if SVG put it in the fence. That's kind of what had to happen. He had to just park the bus and just hold up Van Gisbergen all race. What do they come? Fourth or fifth, something like that. Sixth. I had a pretty solid result, I think. 2022. Oh my god, why is it that I just don't have these things in my history anymore? Holdsworth, way down the order. Bathurst 6. Yeah, so not as good as you might think. It's Mostert compromising setup to suit Coulthard. Oh, Holdsworth and Mostert like the car the same. But Holdsworth and hang on. So Mostert should have been able to win. So he could have gone back to back if he didn't go back full time. Is that what you mean? So if Holdsworth went stayed with Mostert for 22, they would have been able to win Bathurst. Yeah. Okay. I like that. I like that theory. That's good. We like stuff like that. What did I think they said something about I think Kai Allen and Matt Payne co-driver speed is so important. Yeah, well, when you got the co-drivers in the car, the main drivers that are in all year, the way the aero wash was effed in those days, yeah. Yeah, because what used to happen is you used to get past and then you just sit there waiting. You just wouldn't be able to fight him back. Coulthard isn't shit, but he's not a top tier co-driver. He was all right. Okay. Problem is with Percat, the car was just not that good. So held that Penske seat for way too long. Yeah, but isn't that because I remember that I was at 2021, the big shit fight after McLaughlin and Penske left in 2021. Fabian was at Team Sydney. So good at starting. You're a Coulthard hater. I do want to go through things about Coulthard and work out like whether he was. I think sometimes if you're up against the best, you kind of have to beat the best to be one of the best. So this is me saying bias takes don't take me seriously. Okay, all right. He was good at BJR though. Like he made BJR look really good so that people wanted to go drive for BJR. Team Sydney. Yeah, oh, the big shit fight in 2021. So, I can't remember what it was. I think Fabian was saying that was his level. Um, so what was it? I can't remember the exact details. It was at Tailem Bend, and Fabian was driving for Team Sydney, and he put, I think, I don't know if he, what was it? He said something. They interviewed him, and he was talking about how, yeah, I really like being like a lead driver at a team because it actually feels like I'm being respected and not being mistreated. And so Scotty, who likes watching the races, he goes on Twitter and he's like, we got equal treatment, all right? Don't start talking shit. And that was great. I love that. Um, it's just like Jamie Winkup's the 1.5 car team, DGR Team Penske. Certain drivers that shouldn't touch top tier machinery, and the reason there's ever second drivers is because mid drivers get top tier machinery. Okay, yeah. 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 But sometimes teams that challenge for championships aren't able to make it work for 2 cars. I think maybe Will Brown's struggles in 2023 was more of a personal thing, like he just wasn't able to get it right. Um, and the same thing with Brock Feeney in 2023. Brody and SVG were just able to keep on carrying on and getting the results that they needed. But yeah, so if we exclude 2023 and then 2022, obviously because Feeney was a rookie, they've had 2 cars that can just battle for the championship. HRT weren't quite able to do it when they were winning championships with, but I think it's just Jason Bright really. Jason Bright was not quite close enough to Scapey in 01 and 02. But maybe just Scapey was really good. And the way things used to work in those days, and it might still be the case depending on what team you're at, they've got like a lead driver and they kind of base their setup philosophy around that one car, and then the other car is kind of on their own.